Hey y'all, Katie here, and welcome to Make Dollars Make Sense, the podcast that helps you teach your child financial literacy. Catch us here once per month on your favorite podcast platform. Just do a quick search for MOMnation Talk Radio. Enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? We are back with Make Dollars Make Sense. It is Real Estatey Katie and the co-host, Sonia. I need a little nickname for you, Sonia. I'm going to come up with one.
Savvy Sonia for like.
Oh, I like it. Savvy Sonia it is. It's Real Estatey Katie and Savvy Sonia coming at you once again this month with Make Dollars Make Sense. It's our topic today, friend.
Something that I'm not so savvy with. I'm starting to be savvy with it. So we're just going to play.
So we're going to all learn together.
We are all learning together. My kryptonite is eating out.
I love it too.
Yeah. So Connor, my husband, if you guys didn't know his name already, but Connor and I eat out all the time. We have such a love for food. We're just food connoisseurs. We love trying out new restaurants, and it really puts a dent in on our finances, not only because it's me and him, but we're a family of 5.
So you're not getting out of any restaurant under what, $150 usually?
Yeah, because I was in the service industry for a while, so we always leave at least a 20% tip. And, because you have to include that. There's now restaurants are adding in, extra service fees, or I saw one that did, what did they do? The credit. Now some of them are adding credit card fees. They're passing along to, so it's in my kids, unfortunately, because we go out to eat so much, they they pick what they get. But now the past few weeks, we've been wanting to save money and eat at home more.
Yay, it's more healthy too.
It is a lot. It's a lot more healthy. There's so many benefits for them. You save money. It's healthier. You could really bond with your kids while you plan. And that's what I've had fun with the past couple of weeks is planning. So my sister is she plans their meals out every week. She has a whiteboard, and I've been kind of copying her, not her meals, but how she's been doing that. So that's where a lot of my tips are going to come from and what I've been using. So one of the biggest things is that Connor and I do is we go to the store and we're like, all right, let's go shopping. And we don't have a plan.
So then you just buy a whole bunch of crap you don't need, basically.
Mostly snacks, because we love snacks in this house, which is so bad. But we buy snacks, or we just buy things we'll have this one day, and then it goes bad, and it's just so wasteful. At the end of the week, whenever we're cleaning out our fridge, it's just throwing the stuff away, it's heartbreaking. So, and that's not cool. So planning is the best thing that you can do. And what we started doing, there's 2 things whenever you start planning. So first, you have to look at what you have already in your own pantry or in your fridge. Look at what you have working with. And then you pull out wherever, I go shopping at Fry's. You guys might go shopping at, Bash's or wherever. But I love Fry's, and they have some pretty good deals. So I always look at what they have on sale. Usually they have good sales on ground beef and chicken. Every once in a while, steaks. So what we'll do when planning is I see what's on sale, and then I'll base 2 or 3 of my meals off that, so I could bulk buy, because normally they're those big value packs. Right. So if it's big value pack of chicken, I could buy a couple of those. Sometimes they even have buy one get one for free, which is a super cool deal. And so the first day will be chicken enchiladas. The next day will be a stuffed chicken, so that you could double dip in those. Potatoes are another thing. You can make French fries out of them for one side. One day you could make mashed potatoes, baked potatoes. Try to pick the most versatile things so that your family doesn't get tired of those ingredients, because you could kind of make them into different things. So, just go off of what's on sale. Finding themes, today, Taco Tuesday. Today we're having tacos, so it'll be Taco Tuesday. And then if you have leftover, we're gonna have leftover chicken, then I can make something tomorrow,
a salad or something like that out of that. Yeah.
And if you guys are like me, I don't know if you go through this too, my kids, all of my kids are in school. Even the baby he's in daycare, so they have breakfast and lunch at school. So I only have to deal with 5 days a week dinner for our whole family. So, and then usually, I mean, we're all human, we're going to go out and eat. So like Saturday and or Sunday, we'll go out and eat. So those ones that's something too, is don't over promise yourself something, because then you'll overbuy and then you'll waste. So you're going to go out and eat every once in a while, but I only have to focus on lunch for Connor and I during the week, because me and him both don't eat breakfast, which I know is bad, but we just don't.
That's a whole other video.
It totally is. So yeah, and that's what's helped us a lot. And then like, so we'll usually eat for lunch. We try to make like a little bit excess, so that we can have, like, I made this spaghetti bake that was really good, and me and him had leftovers the next day for lunch. So then we eat at home for that. Like little things too, like if I'm like, I always keep hamburger helper in my pantry, because yes, it's not the healthiest, but if I'm in a bind, I'd much rather make hamburger helper than take all the kids out to eat, because taking a toddler out to eat is
not fun. And kids love hamburger helper.
They do. Yes. Yeah, it's a like everybody loves it. It's just something that's just kind of homey. But yeah, it's pretty much what we've been practicing, and I'll let you guys know how that goes, because I'm only 2 weeks in. But it's been helping a lot, and it's satisfying too. Like, oh, let's see, like I could feed everybody for dinner. My father-in-law stays with us too sometimes, so that's another adult, but still I could feed all of us for under $20 instead of spending $150 at a restaurant, and then having to deal with my crazy toddler, and then
and the extra calories, honestly, that entails when you're out to eat. Because I don't know about you, but when I'm out to eat, I'm like, what diet? I don't know what you're talking about. This looks really good. And it's not something that I would normally eat at home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we like to eat fairly clean. So there's definitely that whole aspect of it too. Something that we do that at my house that I love and I think is really helpful, and it's really easy, is on Sunday we'll do some meal prep. So like you said, getting meat in bulk. Sometimes they have really good sales at Costco too. So don't discount that, especially if you have an extra freezer in your house. Use that. I mean, go to Costco when they're having the awesome sales, and and stock up. And like you said, get something that you can make a bunch of different meals out of, and then make it into smaller portions, so you could just pull that whatever portion out of the freezer at a time. But we do crock pot meals.
Yeah.
And I know that in the summertime that sounds a little warm, but it's good. You can eat it cold if you want to.
I mean, we all have AC, so it'll be, you know what I mean? Like, we can keep it cool in the house and it still feel good. I love crock pot meals. And they're like, when people think of crock pot meals, they automatically think of like your like pot roast potatoes and carrots. There's so many amazing things that you can make with the crock pot and an Instapot. Like, those things are like we have our air fryer, and I bought the one that has 2 baskets. So like one day I butterflied chicken breasts, and they were like the bigger ones that could fit in that. So really it was like 4 good portions of chicken in one. And then in the other one, I threw potatoes in there. And then I bought like a bag of those steamer veggies. It's like super cheap, literally started microwave, like it's super fast. So like when I know, like, and you might feel this too, Katie, with our jobs, we have people who want to see homes outside of their work hours because they can't see it while they're at work, which is typically after 5 or 6. So you need something that's fast, that's efficient. My husband works all day, and there's days he's not going to want to, get off of work and cook. So while, if I have something quick and easy, he could do the kids, I could go out work, and it's super easy. Because my husband's the type of guy, and I am too, that if it gets to 6:30 and we still haven't started making dinner, and then we start thinking, okay, what are we going to have for dinner? We're going to go out and eat 9 times out of 10, because it's just like, it's easier, but
right.
It's more expensive. So, and then another thing that we've been doing too, that I did this past week, is whenever I made our little meal plan, I let the kids kind of decide, like, hey, like, what do you guys feel like eating? so that they have a part in it. Soraya loves cooking. Like she loves baking and cooking and helping out. And she's like my little sous chef where she preps all my veggies. She's great at peeling potatoes since I hate doing that. And so like she helps out a lot, and immersing the family into it will make it an enjoyable experience. My picky eater, which is Austin, my 8-year-old, is more likely to eat the food. Like we made shepherd's pie, and it was super fun getting all of us in there to kind of help out. We throw music on, and it's fun. So it's good. It's good for your body, for the nutrients. It's good for your wallet. It's good for your soul. Just hanging out with your kids, and those experiences, I think are well worth, cleaning the kitchen and doing that instead of going out and spending money. So there's tons of, if I can do it when I was eating out 12 days a week, when people
12 days. You have 12 days in your week.
It was because I
need one of those.
Connor and I would go out to eat for lunch and dinner, like during the week and then on the weekend. So like, yeah.
So 12 times, you mean? I'm like
12 days. Oh,
12
sorry.
days.
Hello. That's what I meant. 12 times a week. See, it's so crazy that it's to wrap my head around it. It's nuts. So, yeah, it's definitely a work in progress. It's something that my family always tells me, like, why do you guys eat out so much? But now that I'm doing it, it's a lot easier. It's more fun. Like you said, it's more healthy. So many positives to it. So
there really is. And I love that you check for sales before you go and, you plan your menu and you do your shopping. I know that through Fry's. So truth be told, I don't do the grocery shopping. My husband does. So I actually should have probably had him on to talk to you today. But I know that Fry's makes it fairly easy to load their coupons. I think you load it into the Fry's card. Is that how it works?
Yeah. So you have this, I don't know if I could show you on here. Man, maybe I should have had that on there, but like, yeah, they have on their app, you could pull up their weekly ad. Whenever you're shopping, like, I don't know, you can't really see that, but there's like these here where they have digital coupons. I use those a lot for like cereal, milk, canned goods. They have a lot for like vegetables and fruits, because my toddler loves strawberries and berries and blackberries and any kind of berries and bananas. Those kind of things, they have those digital deals. So there's that definitely take advantage of. It's blue and it has a QR code. If you can't scan it, they have all the digital, like it'll say digital deals in the app, and you could go through them and add them in. And then when you put your phone number in, when you check out, it automatically deducts it. And then there's always one that says like 4 times fuel points. Always hit that one, because like I drive my Tesla, so I don't really need it for that. But like my daughter just started driving, and so hers uses the premium gas, and so that's expensive. Now we have our truck, that's expensive. So like gas is crazy expensive. So like even I just filled up her car's tank of gas. It was how much was it? It was $64, and with my fuel points, I got 70 cents off per gallon. It was still $60. So imagine if I didn't have that, how much. So expensive. So yeah, Fry's is great with all of their coupons. They also have what is it? It's like the 5 for something, where there's certain things where they have mixed throughout the store, where it's like bread and like jelly or meat, that if you buy, it's like you buy 5 of those different products, then you get like $5 off, which is nice. So taking a look at those, you don't have to be like a crazy coupon lady. You don't have to, unless you have time for that, but I'm not good at that. But there's a lot of like, explore the app. There's so many different ways to save money.
Yeah, there's a couple of other things that people do that I am aware of that I don't necessarily have the time to do myself, but it seems to work out really well for these mamas. So I'm going to share that. I know some people who will get the sales flyers from, how every corner has a grocery store. Yeah. So maybe there's a Sprouts here and a Bashas' there, whatever. And so they'll get those flyers and see what's on sale in each store. And maybe they'll go to one store for get whatever sale items, and then they'll go to another store for different sale items, right? So they're saving a bunch of cash just from going to a couple of different locations. And that doesn't necessarily mean you go all in one day.
Yeah.
you can kind of look at the sales and when they start and sort of plan that out. I think the moral of the whole story is if you plan, then you'll definitely, it's going to be a positive for you
Yeah.
in this particular, with this particular task. There's another thing that I know that a bunch of people out there do, and there's different groups, whether it be on Facebook. I think probably, a lot of them are on Facebook, but they could be on other social platforms too, where there are groups where if there are sales going on or people have excess coupons or they see something, Amazon has food too. So they see something on Amazon that's like a super smoking deal, they will share that in these groups. And so if you keep an eye on these groups, you might be able to score that way too. And if you've got space in your house for these bulk items, all the better. You got an extra, freezer, an extra closet, extra pantry shelves, whatever, and then just stock up on the stuff that your family is going to consume. So the trap is don't just buy a sale because it's a sale. If your family's not going to consume it, it doesn't really help you. But if your family is going to consume it, like cereal, it's probably okay to get a couple boxes of cereal, right? And have stock in that, especially if that's your kiddos' go-to. So just a couple of other ideas that might help as well.
Yeah, mostly with your meat, that's one thing that we have. We have two things that we have for our meats that I love, and we bought it on sale on like a Black Friday sale at Costco. Is the I can't think of what it's called. The thing with the bags and it sucks all the air out. What are those things called?
Oh, vacuum sealer.
Thank you. Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah, we have a vacuum sealer, which is super cool, which, you can use for all of your meats. For our ground beef, you want to separate it by the pound. We have it's super cheap. It was like $8 for our, the food scale. So getting that to help kind of, but like how you said, like how you do on Sundays, carving out a little bit of time just to quickly prep, or whenever, like I do it whenever we get home from the grocery store. So if I buy like the Costco big thing of ground beef, then I'll go out and I'll just grab my bags, just as the rest of the family is putting away all of our other stuff from Costco. I'll just separate those bags, and I always do it flat, because if you do it flat and you kind of stack them on top of each other, like square patties, they defrost so much faster. It was a tip I found on Pinterest. So
good to know.
Yeah, so instead of like, I used to do them in like those little like tube things and like kind of roll it and throw it in there. But so like that kind of stuff. Mostly if you find sales on bigger items, like we use that bouillon that where it's like the powder one. It's not in the cubes, and it's cheaper, per ounce or whatever, to buy a bigger one. Try to buy in bulk when you can for those kind of items, like seasonings, rice, beans, those kind of like non-perishables that could stay good for a while. Those are buying in bulk for those are pretty awesome. So yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. So clean out all the stuff in your pantry that doesn't need to be there. Make room for buying in bulk, and I think that you will definitely save some coins.
Yep.
Any other tips?
Nope. Oh, recipe. Look for recipes on Pinterest. Like if you're stuck, so that your family doesn't get bored, because that's when you'll go out to eat.
Right.
Pinterest some fun little things on, like fun little dinners or lunches or things like that. If you want to, they do the same for like how I went over our last show for like back to school, for if you send your kids to school with their own lunch. They have really cool savings for those, because you'll be buying more in bulk. Like for my daughter, one last little tip that I used to do for her is I would buy the huge, it's like the long, not the baguette, it was the thing, like the French bread. Yep. And I used to make like my own sub for her, but just with the meat and cheese inside. And then I used to portion it out, wrap it in butcher paper, put it in a freezer bag, and then I used to throw them in the freezer. And I used to have like 15 of those. So for her lunch, she just throw it in her lunch bag, and by the time lunch would be there, it automatically be defrosted. And then I'd have a little packet we had these like reusable squeeze packets that I'd fill with like mayo. So like when you can do things and take the time to, like you said, plan, because planning is everything when it comes to eating at home, and really plan those things out, then you could save a ton of money. So I'm hoping to be super savvy with that kind of stuff soon, but so far I'm
Totally
doing okay.
agree. And to speak to, so we're talking about a lot of bulk and a lot of separating and freezing. And you're probably thinking, oh, that's a lot of like freezer bags and things like that. And not only is that waste into the environment, but that's money too. So another tip is to look at, I'm pretty sure Pampered Chef, if I remember right, has a line of freezables storage bags and things like that.
Like silicone, they're super cool.
Yes, yes. And they're reusable. So you can just wash them and reuse them. You're not tossing them away. So Mother Nature is really excited. And you are not going out and spending that money, because that's going to add up too on, you know, new freezer bags every however long that you need them. So
yeah, they have tons of good options for those. Like all the what I say, like even if you go to I just love fries, I guess. But even if you go to like the fries marketplace, they have that kitchen section. They have all of those, all of the
no
like
kidding.
ones. Yeah. So I've like a year or two ago, whenever Sarah was taking lunch to school, I would get her those to put her like veggies in and stuff like that. So it works.
Yeah, those are definitely good to have and save your budget and save the planet at the same time.
Exactly.
All right, Savvy Sonia. Well, thank you so much for yet another informative episode of Make Dollars Make Sense. If you guys want to check out any of our previous episodes or any of our content at all, hop on over to our YouTube channel. Our handle is @MOMnation USA. You can also check us out on your favorite podcast platform. Just type in MOMnation Talk Radio, and you're going to find our channel, which has all of our shows that go through that channel. So it's not going to be just Make Dollars Make Sense. You're going to be catching on to the live and learns, the mental wealth, the Q&A with the couples counselor, all of that stuff we do here at MOMnation. We will see you next month. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.